Yo, still Mills, what's the deal, man? Y'all just dropped my daughter off at the zoo. We got one of the dopest zoos in the country. Damn, she fine. Not a fan of the zoos. I'm not a fan of establishments like this, man. This shit is torture and torment to these animals. Send them creatures back to their natural habitat. They on African lions and elephants don't know shit about no snow. God forbid a big drag out ass storm hit, shut all the power down in this motherfucker, let they ass loose, and they just sitting up in there chilling in an environment that they don't know shit about, that they not indigenous to. Don't know how to. Their bodies ain't equipped to deal with this type of weather. It's just cruel and unusual punishment for these creatures, man. I've really never been a fan of it, man. But that's neither here nor there, man. Peep game, we got to get into this shit, man. First, we got to talk about is Frank Martin. Very lackluster performance last night. To me, he fought like somebody who just wasn't motivated, and I think my thing is this, man. There's no reason why he shouldn't be on the undercard of Bud and Spence. If Bud can get Steven Stone Cold Nelson on the undercard, why couldn't Spence get Frank Martin on the undercard, man? This is a dude that y'all are trying to build, and he's in one of the hottest divisions in the sport. And y'all don't put him on the undercard to one of the most highly anticipated fights in the sport within the past decade. Y'all don't put him on the card, on the undercard, for y'all to further get his name out there, man. That's the vibe that I got from him last night. And said, y'all want to put Isaac fucking Cruz on the Cold, man. Oh, man, I ain't even started on that. Don't even get me started on that, man. But he didn't fight I don't know, man. It wasn't even mental lapses. I don't know what to, because it wasn't, he was getting hit. It's boxing, you're going to get hit, man. But it wasn't like he was taking, you know, combinations and shit like that. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was just an unmotivated a performance. He showed, man, I don't really even want to be here, bro. This shit is whack. And in the middle rounds, like we didn't see that, we didn't see that, that motivation and that drive and that excitement to be in the ring that we seen from last time when he fought Michelle Rivera. He didn't really even utilize his feet like that, man. He was just kind of there, just going through the motions. And with him going through the motions, he was allowing the dude to steal some rounds. Not even some, a lot. A lot of people felt that he got robbed. I don't think he got robbed. So I think the rounds that they were scoring on the unofficial scorecard for him, I'm not seeing like how y'all are scoring that round for him. Y'all have such high expectations of him. The bare minimum, if he does the bare minimum in the round, you dig, and he does, the dude, his bare minimum and dude, exceptional round is kind of like on the even playing field. So you would just inadvertently or automatically give the round to dude Artem or whatever his name is, and he was actually pretty good. But I'm looking at Frank Martin, and I'm just looking at a dude who's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not motivated. I don't want to be here. It wasn't mental lapses. I'm not seeing him get countered. I'm not seeing him get hit with big momentum shifting shots. I'm just seeing a dude who just doesn't want to be in the ring. And he didn't even really start turning it up until like the 8th or the ninth round or whatever, man. That's when he started utilizing his feet. And even when he would get him in trouble, he would have to go on a chase because the dude is just trying to recover and get out of the way of the shot that he just got, get out of the way of the shots after he just got landed significantly on. He could never really get away because Frank Martin's feet are so eloquent and fast. It's not like when you like take Amir Khan. A lot of times, Amir Khan's his fists get to the opponent before his feet get there. Before his feet are in position to get him there, he's already launching, and he's often off balance when he does that, and he's open for counters. That man's chin is way over his kneecap. That's not the thing with Frank Martin, man. When he goes on the attack, usually when somebody is moving that fast and they on the attack, they're losing their foot and they're losing their balance because they just trying to stay on top of their opponent that they got hurt. That wasn't the case with him. He's chasing this dude all around the ring, and he's not losing his balance. He's not stumbling. He's not doing anything like that. He's not overshooting on the shot, trying to overextend because his feet ain't necessarily there and he sees the dude getting out of reach. It's none of that. He's on top of this dude. Perfectly on top of this dude. And that's what we're just, it was, The gap in talent between the two of them was night and day. That's just being real. I was looking at a nigga who just wasn't motivated to be in there that night or last night. That's all I saw. I'm not giving up on Frank Martin yet. This is one of the few PPC fighters I feel is like, yo, this dude could be a problem. This dude could definitely be a problem. Definitely, man. Now I will say this: after what I saw from Andy Cruz last night, had he been in the ring with Frank Martin, he possibly would have stopped Martin. But then again, if he was in the ring with Frank Martin last night, we would have seen a motivated Frank Martin. I have no doubt in my mind that Frank Martin was in there and was not motivated. Look at what he did to that man's eye. Look at what he did to his face. The mass, the accumulation of punishment he did to that man's face. And this was not the dude who was active like that in the ring. That doesn't show me lack of skill or anything. That tells me he just wasn't motivated. That's the only thing I'm getting from Frank Martin last night. Wasn't motivated. Wasn't motivated. I don't think this was a fight where he's like, oh my fucking God, yo, Saturday can't get here fast enough. I didn't see that. I saw a dude who just went through the motions. Oh, well, whatever. All right, cool. Okay. All right. He got that round. And Derrick James is wilding on him in the corner, bro. What is you doing, dog? Like, yo, you losing this fight. Are you serious? So, and even he said it, man, don't let one bad performance fool y'all. And I'll agree with him. Because I personally think he's ready for all of those big wigs. I think he's ready for Keyshawn. I think he's ready for Lomachenko. I think he's ready for Devin Haney. I think he's ready for Shakur. He's damn sure ready for Tank. They on the same side of the street. But if you want to be, all right, cool. We don't offer that performance. We gotta let's get you through one more test. Put him in there with someone like a De Los Santos or something. No, De Los Santos is a 30. He's a 30-pounder. I don't know why I keep saying De Los Santos, but just put him in. Y'all won't put him in there with Pitbull, so y'all can really show. So niggas can really show y'all that Pitbull just ain't him. Y'all want to put him in there with one more test before you step him up significantly. Put him in, fuck, I forget who's all over there on that side of the street. That's 135. But put him in there with one of them, and on some sink or swim shit. But I have no doubt in my mind that he simply was not motivated. I have no doubt in my mind about that. That was not a dude that I saw, man. This dude is yo, man, he not ready. After that performance he gave us last year against Michelle Rivera, there's no way you can convince me that he's not ready for high quality competition and that he was exposed in some way, shape, or form. No. Fuck no. Hell the fuck no. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that from Frank. Was it a lackluster performance? Yes, it was very much so lackluster. That was a terrible performance. But it's not like he was just in there getting countered. It isn't like he was getting walked into shots. It wasn't like he couldn't get past dude's jab. It wasn't like he couldn't hit the dude when he wanted to hit him. It wasn't like he couldn't pin him to the ropes when he wanted to pin him to the ropes. It wasn't like, the dude just couldn't miss with the overhand right or the lead left hook, uppercuts. It was none of that. I swear to God, it was none of that. It was unmotivation. It was a dude who was in there and was just like, I don't want to be here. Even in he wasn't no motivation in his post fight interview or nothing like that. It was just like, man. They couldn't wait to get a mic over to Earl Spence. I guarantee you, he feels some type of way about not being on the undercard of that fight. Because there's no other reason why that dude should not have been motivated. Nah. You go from Michelle Rivera to this. How bad you did Michelle Rivera. We was expecting that type of performance against dude last night. We didn't get that. I'm almost positive it's man. Y'all really not gonna put me on the undercard for one of the biggest fights that we've been waiting for the past 6 years. Y'all not gonna put me on that undercard? All right, bro. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So I'm not ready to just be. I'm not ready to be dismissive of Frank Martin just yet. Even though I get why people are. I get why people are like, "Yo, man, he's food for the. He's a sacrificial lamb." I understand it. I definitely do, and I won't argue against it because I understand it. But if you ask me, he just simply was not motivated, man. He wasn't motivated. He wasn't motivated in the show. But when he got motivated in them spurts, we saw the clear difference in skill between the two of them. The clear difference in talent between the two of them. Frank Martin is ready for those big wigs up there, man. I'm ready to see him in there, get him in there, and mix it up with the niggas, man. But you got to give us a better performance than that. You supposed the same way I feel about Boots. You supposed to do that to our team last night. So that's how I'm feeling about it, man. I'm going in the crib, man. Doses.